You're listening to the Table 12 podcast. Danny Barr, Paul Marino, and the now awake Rob Klein on the board.
I hope we didn't put everybody else to sleep.
Good morning, Rob.
Good morning. I wonder what the score is going to be. I'll have to listen back.
Oh, we didn't do scores.
We didn't do that yet.
I'm not talking about sports scores. Dan, Paul always wants an energy level
I want
or
a rating.
something.
I guess the rating. I don't think it's going to be too good.
I don't know if it's going to be that good, Paul.
No, I don't think so.
We don't rely on ratings, thankfully.
So
anyway,
listeners.
A couple of weeks ago, we had an expert, Max, I believe, was in here doing a preview of the World Cup. The U.S. game was last night. A lot of anticipation. They made the round of 16. They were playing Belgium, and it wasn't really a good game, Dan. I don't know if you caught any of it.
I watched it all.
I mean,
I've watched every game.
Okay, so, I mean, they were outplayed.
You know I'm a soccer player, right? I'm an old soccer player.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, played for years.
I knew you're old.
Yeah, I didn't know you were a soccer player.
Yeah, played for
among
years.
everything else. So, watch the game.
Right fullback.
Watch the game, and they were outplayed, and they were
flat.
They were flat. The goalie had a horrible game. This kid Pulisic, he was up and down. He didn't have a good game.
Well, none of them did.
But once you get to the round of 16, you're starting to play the better European teams. They lost 4-1.
Well, they also had a lot of extracurricular pressure on them. Yeah. And I want to get into that.
Yeah. So the red card that was handed out the previous game
against Bosnia.
Yeah. Balogun, his name is.
Right.
I watched that game too. I didn't think it was a foul because from what I know about it, there was no yellow card. They did the replay and they went right to a red card. Usually it goes yellow.
Not necessarily.
And they upgraded. Okay. I'm not going to challenge your side.
I'm just going to.
Yeah. But the thing that happened later on, a couple of days later, is they reviewed it and they rescinded it, but Trump had gotten involved, right?
Well, let's talk about the foul.
Let's go.
Okay. So when two people are going for the ball, feet get tangled.
Happens all the time.
It's soccer. You're that's the whole point of the game.
Mm-hmm.
The Bosnian got in front of the American. The American stepped on the back of his leg. It happens. It's not allowed. Basically, it would be the equivalent of pass interference. Okay?
Yep.
So what it was worthy of was a yellow card. All right? Because
nothing more.
Because you're supposed to be conscious of your opponent's feet. And they're supposed to be conscious of your feet.
Well, that's kind of what I said. I said there was no yellow card.
Well,
they still reviewed it.
But the thing is so the way that works is you can go right to red card if it's deemed blatant enough.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's not, it's a yellow card. But then if you do it again, 2 yellow cards make a red card. But if it's blatant, they can go right to red card.
Well, he was thrown out of the game, and it was a game suspension originally.
So the FIFA policy is once you get a red card, you're out for the rest of the game. Well, it's always been that way.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten red cards. And then I would have to go to the locker room. I'm not even allowed to sit on the bench. You're off the field.
You're off the field.
But this next game suspension is kind of a BS rule because imagine you get a red card with 5 minutes to go in the game. Well, who benefits from that? The next team.
Next opponent.
Right. So that's kind of a BS rule. There should never be a suspension unless it's a really dirty play. And all sports have that. Hockey player brings a stick up to someone's face. They might not play the next game. But so what happened was the ref didn't call it. The ref didn't see a foul. But then the players were down for injury. The Bosnian players stayed down for injury, really milked it.
And I've noticed there's a lot of that.
Well, there's soccer players are the biggest floppers in sports, okay? Basketball players flop. Soccer players really flop. But the reason they flop is because the clock never stops. So that's the only way to get a rest.
Right.
So player gets kicked.
But while he was down there, that's when they reviewed it, right?
Which they're not supposed to do. But they use the injury time to review because the other coach was complaining, saying there should have been a call, there should have been a call. So they went to video on that. And then he came back with a red card. It was a terrible call, really bad call. And as you know, in all the sports you watch, the refs should never affect the outcome of a game.
They shouldn't.
And this is an elimination game. So imagine Eli Manning getting a penalty and being kicked out of the game, rest of the game in a playoff game. Giants still win, but Eli's not allowed to play the next game. Imagine that.
I don't like that rule.
Because this guy was the number one scorer on the United States team.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So all Trump did, which...
he should have stayed out of it.
But you know what? Any head of state would have done it. Any of them. But all he said was, is anyone reviewing this? Now, fortunately, the United States won the game, but they played 33 minutes, I think, shorthanded because
they did.
When someone goes out, just like hockey, someone goes up.
You can't activate nobody else.
Right.
Yeah.
So they played 33 minutes, which is almost half the game.
They did.
One man short.
Mm-hmm.
So it should have been reviewable. It absolutely should have been reviewable by the committee. And then there's another committee above the FIFA committee. There's some sort of international sporting commission that could have reviewed it as well. But FIFA did the right thing. I absolutely believe that. If people want to get pissed at Trump.
Well, because now they're all, we can't, I'm not even going to mention the same old players. Now, I can't even root for the United States now. Trump got involved. He ruined the whole sport. We should never get it back to soccer.
Right.
It's the same baloney. I have to root for Belgium now. You know what? All you people should just give it up.
But you know what? Even before that happened, Mark Kelly, the senator, is in Arizona wearing a Mexican team jersey, which just shows me he can't pick a winner to save his life because England beat Mexico that night. But it's just, the talking heads on MS Now and the podcasts and what have you, they were never rooting for America anyway because it's not cool to root for America.
No.
So, but last night they were flat. I think they were tired. They had a lot of pressure on them. There was a lot of unnecessary attention put on them. And they were already basically playing with house money because they were going in to a group of teams that. But the funny thing is, though, is all these guys, they don't care about any of that stuff because the rest of the time, they're all teammates.
Oh, yeah. Because they're in the other leagues. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. But now you go into today's games, Dan, in case if you're interested. I know Rob's interested a lot on this.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Argentina and Egypt play. Switzerland and Colombia play today. And
right, so Messi's playing tonight.
Yeah. So Norway and England's already in. France and Morocco and Spain and Belgium. So then these two games today will get the last two of the final 8.
Norway, England, and Belgium are playing on house money too.
Yeah, because Spain's tough, England's tough, France is tough.
England wasn't supposed to win that game. Mexico was picked to win that game. So England had an upset. Good for them. I was rooting for them. Norway playing above themselves right now. And
even their coach, I was rooting for them. I watched that game. And after the game, their coach had to make a comment. Well, if the Americans win now, it's tainted because Trump got involved. Just shut up. I was rooting for your team. And,
what's funny is the golfer who won the tournament a couple of weeks ago is from Norway. And there were people in the gallery because the World Cup's going on, Norwegians in the gallery.
Yeah.
So they went over and did the Viking row.
I saw that.
It's pretty funny.
I think it's pretty. They were doing the Viking row in Citi Field when there was nobody there for a game. There was nobody there but the Norway players. It was a Mets doubleheader last week. And the first game had no Met fans there, but it was all the Norwegian, and they were all doing that rowing in the stands. It was pretty funny. So that's pretty much where we stand with that, Dan. The World Cup. We're going to get into the round of 8, and then July 19th is the final game down in
MetLife.
East Rutherford. So
Yep.
we'll see what happens with that. I don't know if you're a Yankee or I don't know. Democrats like the Yankees and the Mets. I don't know. Probably not. But Yankees finally won a game last night. I mean,
Yeah.
they've lost 9 out of 10 going into last night. This is a pivotal 4-game set with the Tampa Bay Rays. They got to win. They got to at least come out with a split, preferably 3 out of 4. Because thank God they won last night. Because if they got swept down there, you pretty much count the division out. And they're not going to climb back in if they're, that far back. And listen, you're missing Aaron Judge. That's a problem. Okay, any team that's missing Aaron Judge or a player to his caliber. Pitching, they got some injuries in the pitching now. The pitching was their strength, not playing so well. Last night, though, they won 5-1. They have a 50-40 record. Caballero hit 2 home runs. Ben Rice hit a home run, and Cam Schlittler went 8 innings. Okay, and had a great game. So let's see if they can do it again tonight. They play the next 3 days. See if they can at least split. They got to come out with a split. They never. I don't know. You watched. They never play well in Tampa, even when they're great. Never
Tampa
play
always plays them hard, and they never play well without Judge. So the cards are stacked against him.
And Dan, I don't see Judge. He's not. I don't see him back before August 15th. He's not. He's going to be gone another month. Ben Rice made the All-Star game. Schlittler made the All-Star team, and for the Mets, Soto made the All-Star team. The Mets, they just finished up a 4-game set with the Braves. They
played the Braves
They
tough.
played them pretty tough. They won 2 tight games late.
They got wiped out the one game.
They split the 4-game set 2-2. Okay,
Right.
So that was okay. They're coming home and they're going to be playing. I know they're playing the Red Sox, and I think they're playing KC first. Kansas City Royals come in, I think, tonight. But their record is 38-53.
They're 15 games out.
They're 15 games. By the All-Star, let's just say, look, you actually have to take them serious. You're going to have to win the 6 games in a row to get back into.
Because All-Star is a week away.
Yeah, next Tuesday is the All-Star game, a week from today. So Sunday would be the end of the 6-game stretch with the Red Sox and KC. Like I said, the Yankees have this 4-game set. So baseball, not really in the greatest spot for either team. The Yankees are a little bit better. They're 10 games over, and they still have a chance. I don't know what kind of moves they're going to make. It looks like the Mets may be sellers, sell a couple of pieces off. The Yankees are going to probably try to buy some players. I don't know how much they're going to do because they're probably thinking, well, getting Judge back is like getting a big acquisition, which is he's right. They're right about that. But that's baseball, So, the Knicks, even though the season's over, I'm going to give you a few tidbits on the Knicks. You anything else?
I've been on the edge of my seat. No, listen,
else up?
I couldn't wait to come back and listen to you talk about the Knicks.
Well, free agency started.
Because there's nothing like talking about basketball in July.
Well, the season,
fantastic.
The season just ended. It wasn't like it went pretty far into the summer. So always the question was going to be who are they going to be able to retain off the.
That is always the question.
The current roster. Well, year to year.
I've never asked it personally.
You didn't want to ask me who's staying, who's going?
No, don't care.
Well, Mitchell Robinson's gone. He got a $47 million contract from the Celtics, and the Mets. The Knicks were not
staying in the conference. Staying in
the Knicks were not going to pay him. The Knicks weren't going to pay him $48 million.
It's Old Lady Robinson's kid.
Huh?
Old Lady Robinson's kid.
Yeah. So
is he one of the big 3?
Big 3
from the Knicks. The big 3, the Vanderbilt guys.
No.
Okay.
First of all, it's not Vanderbilt. It's Villanova.
Villanova. Whatever.
No. The starting 5 is intact. They're all rolling them back. They're all coming back.
Oh, well, then what do you care?
Okay, so Shamet got a 3-year deal.
So we're actually going to sit here and talk about bench players, whether they're coming back or not?
Well, they were all part of the team. They were all the reason why we won.
You're actually going to sit here on July 7th and talk about which bench players are coming back?
Is it news? Did these guys help win?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I beg to differ. Shamet got a 3-year, $24 million deal. Alvarado got a 2-year, $14.5 million deal. And Diawara got a 4-year.
Who was that?
Diawara.
One more time?
4-year, $11.2 million. Now, they still have 2 spots open, and I think they're going to get Clarkson back. And they also signed.
Oh, thank God.
They signed Drummond from the 76ers to replace Mitchell
Drummond?
Robinson. Yeah.
He owes me
Rob,
money.
I don't like that you can't. He's not letting me do this report. This is
I'm
important.
going to kind of side with Dan on this.
Why?
I don't see the relevancy.
It's absolutely relevant.
No, there's got to be
We follow
something
the
else
team.
going on
Rob,
besides
Rob,
that.
he explained to us before we went on the air.
There's a lot of people that
A
are
lot
looking
of
for you to do
his
this report.
fans
A lot of his fans
are asking him about the Knicks.
Everybody I know is asking him.
Now, Rob was impressed last week. When
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
I might have been. About what?
Giannis Antetokounmpo was traded, and he was impressed that I got the name
Back
right.
to Greece.
Oh, I was only impressed you got the name right.
Yeah, he went to Miami Heat, and the Celtics traded Jaylen Brown to the 76ers for Paul George and 2 number 1 draft picks, and
I was wondering what was going to happen to Paul George.
Is that like Boy George?
It's his brother,
you know.
Good.
younger brother.
Nice.
I did a lot of work on this report, and I don't understand why you guys are making fun of it. You know, I didn't go into hockey.
Oh, we should thank you for that.
Yeah,
Rob, we're not showing enough gratitude
I guess not.
that he's not talking about hockey in July.
Must have been a slow week in sports.
lots a lot of stuff happened.
Did you even cover Wimbledon?
As somebody who fell asleep in the first segment can't lecture me on.
You can't blame me for falling asleep. You were the guys talking.
That's a good point.
Now I know what I'm going to put on when I can't sleep at night.
He's
Our
spending more
podcast.
time. He's spending more time on the Knicks bench than I'm going to spend on the last 2 golf tournaments.
I have to get through your golf every week. I had to keep up with it. I had to do a golf report without you.
I
last
talk
week.
for 15 seconds.
Right, Rob. I had to do a golf report
Yeah, I
without
know.
him.
But did anybody cover Wimbledon?
No.
We haven't gotten that far into the tournament yet. I'm watching it.
First of all,
Oh, you got Coco's doing amazing.
first of all, Wimbledon.
I don't
can't,
like her.
Oh, how are you not
Why
like
do
her?
I want to bring up?
She's a baby.
You can't talk about the Knicks,
Oh,
but you're going to talk about
please.
Wimbledon. I don't. Nobody wants to hear Wimbledon. You want to bring that up? That's
It's the number 1 tennis tournament
That's
in the
your
world.
report. That's going to be all you. On
I
that.
don't have a report because we're not that far into the tournament
Well,
yet.
when it comes up down the line, you're going to be reporting on it.
That's fine.
I'm not bringing up Wimbledon.
I wouldn't expect you to. You've never held a tennis racket in your hand in your life.
Yeah, you want to still talk about the Knicks.
Yeah, I'll be letting you know next week if they sign Clarkson and they sign another top player.
Can you do me a favor? As soon as you find out, could you text me? Because I don't want to wait till next week's show.
But why wouldn't you think that that's good? You follow the Knicks all through the playoffs.
And that's where it ended.
But that you have to figure out.
They won.
And by the way,
I moved on.
not to mention your favorite time of year, Jets preseason football is coming up, and you're going to have to start bringing something to the table here. I can't be doing all the Jets
Every
reports.
year he
Well,
brings this up, Dan.
First of all, I don't think you tell me what I bring to the table or not.
Well, you're a Jet fan.
Yes, starting with the beginning of the regular season.
But you have to know who's going to be on the team.
No, I don't.
That's what I'm trying to say. You got to do a little reporting on preseason
No,
acquisitions. Who's doing well?
we will have
who's-
to agree to disagree on that.
Are we going to be a well balanced network here, or are we just going to?
I've never been balanced in my life.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens with that. But pretty soon we're going to be talking. Rob, we're going to be talking preseason Giants Jets pretty soon.
Very exciting, Paul.
I
can't
believe
wait.
that I believe that the preseason actually first games are in around August 15th.
Are we going to be talking about Christmas in July too, Paul?
No.
Okay.
No.
I won't even be here that week.
Which week? You just took 2 sick days. You can't be. You can't take another. I
No,
haven't missed a day yet. You took 3 so far this year.
Well, I'll be back in time to do the show, but I won't be around to pay attention to any of that stuff.
And so I'll have to do double duty and
I'm
take
going
care.
to be in Philadelphia.
I'll have to watch your team also. Is basically what you're telling me. You're giving me an
I don't
assignment.
care if you watch them or not.
Well, you have to let the people know what's going on.
I don't think the people are asking.
I think they are.
They're
They
asking.
expect- the sports comes up. They want to be informed. You know, I got people all the time coming up to me saying they can't wait till Monday when this comes out. Now it's Tuesday. I get that all the time. Do you get that, Rob?
No. Sorry.
I'm out. I guess I'm out more than you guys. I can't wait till next.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't
you
tell
get
how
out
many
more than
times-
us.
I'm never out.
I can't tell you. Well, I go to the Walmart, ShopRite. I see people. I mix it up. You sit in the car with ShopRite. You don't.
That's correct.
I go in to help. I don't just go in and get my groceries. Come out. Well,
Nobody
I don't
needs my help.
Well, I beg to differ. You're a partnership. There's a partnership there. You can't just have the person go in, your wife go in and get.
I went to the store today by myself.
Did you sit in the car? Or did you go in?
No, I was by myself, so it kind of waste of time to just go sit in the parking lot.
I thought maybe you had somebody with you other than.
But I went to Weiss. I won't go to ShopRite.
We went to ShopRite yesterday.
Okay, good for you.
So that was done yesterday. But anyway, I'll try to keep up with I'll try to pick up the slack a little bit better than last week. Had a busy week.
I don't see it as slack, but that's fine. You can call it whatever you want.
I don't want it to die on the vine. I want you to be ready for the season. I want you to know what's going on.
I don't need you to guide me. You're not.
I'm trying to help you here. I'm trying to move you along.
I don't need help.
It's only the 7th of July.
Well, we wanted to come back with a little bit, kind of a mixed bag of a lot of things today. We wanted to talk about a lot of stuff.
So this weekend was the John Deere Classic.
Yeah.
Chris Gotterup defended his title. And now we're out near Edinburgh for the Scottish Open this week.
Now, that's the one of the 4
There's
big
my
ones.
golf report. There
that's
you go.
one of the 4 big ones. That's the U.S. Open, the British Open.
This week is the Scottish Open. And then the Open Championship, or otherwise known as the British Open, is the following week.
Oh, okay.
And that's at Royal Birkdale in England.
Which is the one that you went to?
I went to the Open Championship, 144th Open Championship at St. Andrews.
Oh, okay.
It's back at St. Andrews next year.
I remember when you guys went out there. That was interesting.
This year it's in England, on the west coast of England, right directly across from Dublin, across the water.
You going again?
No.
Oh. Well,
I'll probably never do that again. That was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I don't see me doing that again.
Yeah, that was a bucket list item.
Yeah, it was a big deal. We
I'll
spent
try to
5 years we planned it.
I'll try to give you a little hockey next week. There was a lot of moves on the Rangers, but I don't want to get into it today. Anything else you got, Dan?
No, that was my entire golf report. Because
it wasn't really it wasn't a big one. That's
no,
why.
I give a courtesy to the listeners not to be bored with what I'm talking about.
Well, at least I didn't fall asleep.
I think that the Knicks report was. I spent a lot of time on that. Oh, but Jalen Brunson also he played the whole playoffs with a bad wrist. He had to have surgery today. I almost forgot to tell you that. He had to have surgery today on his left hand and his wrist. Got 45 points with a bad hand.
Yeah, well, he's paid a lot of money to do it.
And they say he'll be back in 2 months for the start of training camp.
I broke my wrist. I still went to work.
Yeah, but you don't shoot. You don't shoot with your left hand.
I have a job to do.
Well, that's my report. Rob, don't you have anything?
Nope.
So
how about a rating for today?
So that's not our report. It's your report.
What's my report?
You just said that's my report.
Well,
he's always claimed that.
I don't have anything left. I got nothing left.
It's the Paul Marino Sports Talk.
You're lucky it wasn't the Paul Marino show by itself last 2 weeks.
No, it wasn't. It was.
I don't consider myself lucky for that.
Well, you're in rare form. You're feeling better because you're back with your old sarcastic wingman stuff. You know, your voice is better because your gallbladder's out. You're doing good.
Which makes absolutely no sense. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
No, it's not. Think about it.
It actually is.
If your body's filling up with bile, that's what acid reflux is. The acid is bile.
Yeah, we don't want to. We don't
I'm
want
familiar.
Rob, I don't want to rehash
What's that?
that whole.
I said I'm familiar. No, I want to rehash this.
I don't want to rehash the whole medical
So your
report.
body fills up with bile, it's going to cause reflux, and that's going to cause damage to your vocal cord. Makes perfect sense.
Okay. I don't want to argue with you. Nobody has another 20 minutes to listen to that.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week.
Wow, there he goes. It's over.
It's over.
The show's over.
Paul has determined the
lost
show is
his
over.
patience.
Okay.
Bye-bye.